introducing me to this wonderful learners. So I just put this meeting on recording, ma'am. So just to inform
Yes,
you.
yes, I forgot to
Right.
record.
Right, it's okay, ma'am. So let me briefly add on to what Dr. Smriti has just told about me. So very quickly, I'll introduce myself and then we'll start our conversation. So first of all, I would like to know all of you are there. Hi, all of you. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Sam. Yeah,
Hi,
we can.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
hi, Simba. What about others?
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hi, Vasant. Good to see you here.
Hello, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hi. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. Right. So I'll try to remember your names as in the next 4 days we are going to interact. So, but if I'll please pardon me if I pronounce your name incorrectly, and you can also correct me. You are liberty to tell me like this is my this is the correct pronunciation of my name, right? So let me quickly introduce myself. So I'm Professor Anurag Jain, and I'm a academic counselor of marketing management at School of Management, IGNOU. I'm a proud alumni of IGNOU itself, so that is first thing which I would like to tell you because IGNOU is one I can say the MBA program which I have completed in 2015. So that was one of the reasons which has given me the mileage. And if I talk about my current teaching career, so whatever I'm doing today, so IGNOU is something which is always back support to me. I have started my career from a clothing industry, right? So I was into a retailing for more than 7 years, and that was my conscious call to just step into this education industry. So it was out of passion which I have come into this profession. I was an entrepreneur for more than 7 years, and then I have stepped into education industry. I have started my career from one of the educational institutions which is based in Indore, India, and then I have joined Indian Institute of Management Indore, which is also very reputed and established management institution. I worked there for 3 years in the marketing area. In July 2020, I have joined CMS Business School, JAM deemed to be university. It is a very reputed and established university in Bangalore, India. Currently, I am working there, and if I talk about my teaching and research interests, so I like teaching marketing management, and that is the reason I'm here. I like teaching marketing of services. Tourism marketing is one of my interest areas, right? So, if anybody who's interested in tourism, so definitely I can be a person who can collaborate and join hands with you to work something in future. I'm a kind of a person who like to socialize, who like to make friends, and who like to spend time outside the city. I'm a kind of person who is very much connected with nature. I'm a dog lover, so most of the times whenever I get free time out of my busy schedule, so I spend my time outside the city. So that's a brief intro about me, and I'm actually willing to know each one of you personally, but due to paucity of time, it won't be possible. So what I'm planning to do when we'll be interacting in the next 1 hour and if I'm not wrong, 42 minutes. So we will be, I will be calling you one by one, or possibly I will be looking forward from your end to interact with me, right? So if you have any queries, any question, anything you would like to add on, so you are more than welcome, and in that way it will be become a healthy interaction, right? I don't want to make this academic counseling one way, one sided, right? And if at any moment you think I'm going too fast, or if at any moment you think you need to ask something, want to speak something, so you can interrupt me, and we will have a conversation there, right? So shall we start? Yeah, I just
Yes,
want,
sir.
yeah, I will be continuously asking you in between to respond because this is the way I. So uh, I'm looking forward more and more to for more and more interaction with you. So just give me a few sec. I'm just sharing my screen, and then uh, we'll start our conversation. Okay, so are you able to see my screen? PPT is visible to you?
Yeah,
Yes,
it
sir.
is visible.
Yes.
Right. Nice. Okay, so before we'll do a formal beginning of this course, so I would like to just introduce you with this course, Marketing Management MMPC006. And today we are going to cover the topics which falls under Block 1. And in the other three sessions followed by today's session, we will be covering the other three blocks, right? So let me very quickly give you a brief intro about what are the things which we are going to cover in the next 4 days, including today's day. So in block 1, we are going to talk about introduction to marketing and markets. So here I'll try my best to introduce you with the basic concepts of marketing, some of the frameworks which are being used, and I will also try to first get your understanding about this term marketing, right? We'll also develop our understanding about what is this concept of markets and what are the different forms of markets in a sense in the marketing terminology, what is the meaning of market here. So we'll try to develop a basic understanding or background about this course in block 1 itself. In the block 2, we will be focusing on product and pricing decisions, which is one of the important decisions of marketing from a marketer perspective. Block 3 will be covering the distribution and promotion decisions, and I will be stressing more upon this when I will be moving ahead, and I'll tell you why this block makes much sense. Block 4 will be covering the sectoral applications and emerging issues. So some of the very recently emerged forms of marketing and what are the changes which are happening in this domain. So that will be the major focus of ours when we'll be talking about block 4. So this is a brief, I can say, intro about this course, which I would intended to give you. Let us first take a look what is something which we are going to cover today in block 1 itself, right? So first we'll start with what is marketing all about, right? So what is the basic understanding about the term marketing we'll try to create here. The second thing which we are going to talk about is why marketing is really important, why it makes sense for marketers as well as consumers, right? Some of the core marketing concepts which are really important for a marketer to understand from a marketer perspective, right? So if you consider yourself a marketer, so what are those core concepts which are really important to talk about? There is a market orientation towards marketing. So marketing it as a concept itself has developed over the period of time. So we'll be talking about what are the different orientations which are over there. Then we'll talk about marketing mix elements followed by market environment analysis, market research, segmentation, target market and positioning. We also call it STP. And in the last, we are going to talk about consumer behavior. But as I'm saying, it is last, but it won't be a last. So there is a surprise after that, and I will be revealing that surprise only after discussing all these topics today, right? So I hope you will be waiting for the surprise to reveal in the end, and for that you will have to pay attention to what we're discussing, and you have to be more and more interactive. In that way, you will be having that surprise, actually a surprise for you, not a shock for you, right? So let us do the beginning of this course, which is known as marketing management. So before we do a formal beginning, I just want to know your understanding about marketing. So what is marketing for you? If you have heard this term before, maybe if you read this term before, so what do you think about this term marketing? Yeah, please. The you are free to speak up.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I think marketing is a place where you sold your product or service.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a market, and marketing is the way the selling this product and service.
Okay, right. So market we can as if I go with the meaning which Mustafa you have just told me. So market can be considered as a place where the buyers and sellers are there, right? I'm just trying to get a meaning out of what you just talked about. And there are some parties, right? There are some buyers and sellers who are available, and if whatever they do, we can say it can be a marketing, right? I'm just going with the meaning which you just talked about. Yeah, Usman, please go ahead.
Okay. Marketing is the process of understanding the needs of customers and transforming the needs into the goods or services.
Usman, I'm really sorry, but I'm not able to hear you. There is some vibration or some background sound which is coming.
Uh,
Okay, Usman, you can also write in the chat, right? It is open for all of you. So if you
Can you
find
hear me?
like there is an answer,
Can you hear me?
yeah, Usman, now you are audible.
Okay. Nature, marketing is the process of understanding the need of customers and
Okay,
transform the needs into the material
okay,
or services.
okay, right. So that is also another
Sir,
understanding
can I
about
continue?
marketing. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, Alhaji. Yeah, Vasant.
Yes, according to me, I think marketing is a procedure or a process that a seller has to go through to bring his product into the view of uh, potential customers. Could be
Okay,
public, could be
okay,
companies. So he has to go through a kind of a process. So this is called
mhm,
the marketing.
okay,
So so his product is
mhm,
gets in the open view of his target. His
okay,
target. Yeah, that's
okay.
it. Yeah.
Right. So I think you are much on the lines of what I'm trying to discuss with you very soon. So I got like whatever meaning which you tried to. Yeah. Khamis, please go ahead.
yes, I think marketing is
Khamis,
the
are you trying to say
process
something?
of, yes.
Yeah, it's a process. Okay.
Yeah, it's a process of promoting and selling of product and services,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
which
Right.
include promoting, advertising the product and
Mm-hmm.
services.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice. So I'm really glad to know like at least all of you, most of you having some understanding about this term marketing, and it will definitely make our job easy. So what are the things which you are going to discuss next? So you will definitely find a connect with that, right? In the meantime, I would also like to request you like I'm just considering all of you gone through the material which has been provided to you, right? The learning material which is available with you. If you are going to go through it, then definitely whatever things which you are going to discuss here, so it will be making much sense for you, right? So let me start sharing my screen once again. Right. I hope my PPT is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So can we say is marketing a sales? How many of you agree like marketing is about sales? Yeah, how many of you actually think like marketing is more of about sales? So whatever we do in marketing, it is about sell.
I think the destination of, I mean, the goal of marketing is a sale,
Okay, goal of
not the
marketing.
actual sale.
Okay, nice.
I think so too. Ultimately, we need to sell. We need to make money, make profits. So,
Okay,
yeah, we need to sell.
okay. So in one or other way, we can say whatever we do in marketing. So ultimately, we want to sell something, right? So that is the reason we are doing marketing. I'm just trying to get understanding about what you guys are telling me, right? Okay. I'm posing one more question in front of you. Just give me a sec. Okay. So our sales, we can consider it's an ultimate, one of the ultimate goals which we are keeping in mind when we are doing marketing. Can we say marketing is an advertising? Now, how many of you agree with this? Marketing is an advertising.
I guess it is a part of marketing.
It is about marketing. Okay. Right. Any other thoughts about this
I
term?
think, yeah, it comes
Marketing
very, very
is
close to
actually an advertising.
advertising. Yeah,
Mhm.
marketing a product. It's a part of it. And I
Okay. Can
think
you come
it
again,
is.
Prasant? I couldn't hear you properly. Can you come again?
Yeah, I think it comes really close to advertising.
It is very close to
Very close.
advertising. Nice.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I'm
I
thinking it's I'm
Mhm.
thinking it's also an element or a component because
Mhm.
ultimately we're talking about sales, but how do we
Mhm.
get to the sales? We need to advertise. We need to show people what product we have to lure them to make
Okay.
this
Okay.
money ultimately.
Okay, very nice to know that, Grace. Actually, you found a really nice link between among all these three concepts which we are talking about. So I'm just trying to recollect the words which you just shared. So marketing is something which we do. Or it can be a process, or it can be something exchange between two parties, ultimately to drive sales. And advertising is something which supports this process, right? I'm just trying to recode the words which you shared with me, right? So let me just quickly go ahead and tell you the meaning which I have got about marketing, right? And then we'll try to see like whatever meaning which you have just told me. So is it fine tuned with that, or marketing is something else? I'm just trying to do that, right? So if we talk about marketing, so very simplest meaning which we can get about this term is marketing is about identifying and meeting human and social needs profitably. And please pay attention to this lines, especially it has been highlighted, human and social needs, right? So what is the meaning which has been hidden in this? So marketing is about identifying and meeting human needs. Why human and social needs? Because we say there are customers whom we are trying to reach out to. There is a target market which we are trying to reach out to. But these customers at the end of the day, they are the humans and they are a part of society and they have some social needs. And that is the reason marketers try to identify and meet those human and social needs profitably. This definition has been actually given by a great marketing guru, Philip Kotler. I'm very much sure you all of you must heard the name of Philip Kotler. There is another definition which can actually bring some more clarity to this term marketing. It can be termed as an organizational function and a set of processes for creating, communicating, and delivering value. I'm just pausing it here. Value. You just pay attention to this term. It is a set of processes for creating, communicating, and delivering value to customers, for managing customer relationship in ways that benefit the organization and its stakeholders, right? So this definition is actually given by American Marketing Association. And why I'm actually showing you this definition, because the meaning which you have already in your mind, I'm just trying to link that meaning with the actual definitions which have been propounded by some known authors, or maybe by some we can say the trusted organizations which are over there, right? So value is something which is ultimately marketers try to deliver, right? So they try to create value, communicate value, and deliver value to the customers. And ultimately they have to manage customer relationship that benefits both the parties. One is the organization, means a party or an organization who is actually trying to market something, and all its stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? Employees, maybe the society, it can be the customers, it can be the government. All these are the stakeholders. So marketing, see, what is my idea here? Definitely we will try to come back to that argument. Is marketing a sales? Is marketing is an advertising? We will talk about this in later in much detail. But what meaning I'm trying to give you here is marketing is not something which is very narrow concept. It is a very broader concept, right? And it is not only talking about customers, but it is also talking about the stakeholders. And stakeholders covers all those people who have some sort of benefit which is associated with the marketing. Now I have one question for all of you, right? if we go with the very first definition of marketing, marketing is about identifying and meeting human and social needs profitably. So, do you really think only profit organizations require marketing? But if we talk about non-profit organizations, they really don't need marketing. So, what is your thought about this? I hope you all are with me.
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, my question is, if we go with the very first definition which you are seeing on your screen, marketing is about identifying and meeting human and social needs profitably. As you can see, the word has been added here, profitably. So do you really think marketing is only important for profit organizations and it is not really important for non-profit organizations? Let me simplify what I'm asking. Do you really think marketing is important for only profit organizations?
I think it's important for non-profit organizations as well because
Okay. Mm-hmm.
each any organization they have a goal and aim
Mm-hmm.
to achieve.
Okay.
So they have to market whatever they have
Okay.
in their bag, whether it's for profit, whether it's for non-profit.
Okay.
Even non-profit, they have some goals. They have to, for
Right.
example, uh, animal welfare. So they
Mm-hmm.
have a target. They have somewhere to go. So they have to
Mm-hmm.
market their whatever they
Okay.
have. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Nice. Nice. I think you are completely on the line. I'm actually agree with you. Why? Because it is not really important that marketing can be only done for businesses. It can also be done for non-profit organizations. But then why Mr. Philip Kotler has given this definition where he's talking about profit? Let me give you the reason. See, whenever you talk about any business, right, it can be any clothing business, it can be any FMCG business, it can be any food business, it can be any jewelry business, or maybe any form of business you can talk about. It is really important for that business to make profit, right? Business can't survive without profit, and that is the reason Mr. Philip Kotler has added one important term with this definition, which is known as profitably. Because at the end of the day, businesses are required to make profit, and one of the important goals, if we talk about marketing, is businesses want to make profit, and that goal can be fulfilled with the help of marketing. But I equally agree with the fact that there are some non-profit organizations who also does the marketing, and they are not actually doing the marketing for the sake of earning profit, right? They are doing the market to create awareness. Maybe they want to persuade some people, right? So we see there are many government programs which are being marketed. So respective governments of different nations, they run some welfare programs. They try to create awareness about those programs among common public, right? They are not doing it for earning a profit. Their intention or their goal is to create awareness. Their intention is to reach out to mass people and make them aware about something, some benefits which government can offer to them. Same is the case with there are different NGOs which are operating in different nations, right? So there are multiple NGOs which are over there. There is one very popular NGO which is known as Akshay Patra Foundation. I always quote this example because Akshay Patra Foundation is a very established organization if you talk about midday meal, right? So specifically if I talk about India, as I belong to India, so I'll quote a few examples from India itself. So Akshay Patra Foundation has taken the responsibility with various state governments to provide midday meals to school going kids, right? And it's a non-profit organization, but they do practice marketing, and they do use different tools and tactics to reach out to whom? The people who can donate, the people who can actually donate their money to run the welfare programs of Akshay Patra Foundation, right? So what is my idea here, why I'm spending much time here? Because this is the very first basic understanding which you all need to create. Marketing is something that can be done for profit organization. If you are into business, definitely for sure you need to make a profit, but it is equally important for non-profit organizations as well, right? um, there is an exchange of benefit against the price paid by the customer. So what is the meaning of this line here? Whenever we talk about value, so what value actually means? Value is always equals to benefit minus cost, right? So let me try to explain a little bit more about this term value. And if you will able to relate all these terms rightly, definitely you will never forget the meaning of marketing. I'm just telling you. So what is the meaning of value? Value is always equal to benefit minus cost. So suppose I have spent 500 rupees to buy a water bottle, right? Or maybe a certain amount I have spent to buy a water bottle. So how I would say there's a value of that water bottle for me, right? So first and foremost important thing is what is the ultimate benefit which I can get out of buying a water bottle? First, I can carry a water into that, right? My water bottle is having a quality that I can actually keep my water cold, and whenever I want to keep water hot, so it keeps the hot water as well. So this is the another benefit which I can get out of this. So there are some features which I'm getting out of that water bottle, right? And there are some set of benefits which I'm expecting from that water bottle. These are the benefits. What is the cost of buying this? So I spend certain amount to buy that water bottle in a monetary terms. Also, I have spent some time, some energy. Possibly, I have compromised with my work, and I have spent 1 hour to buy that water bottle. All these things consist of cost. So, whenever a consumer or customer think about value, they always think in terms of benefit. Means whatever benefits I am getting after paying a certain amount of money minus cost, whatever pain I have taken to buy that particular product. So this term actually makes much sense whenever you talk about marketing, and that is the reason some of these terms I have highlighted as a part of this definition. Now, if I talk about what meaning of marketing which you can draw, see, if I've gone through multiple definitions of marketing, and if I combine all of those, so one basic meaning which you can draw out of this is marketing is about assessing, creating, communicating, and delivering value. We have just gone through the meaning of value, right? Value to target group is whom? It can be the customers, the buyers whom you wanted to reach out to. And it is actually available at profit. What is profit? Profit is the money or the ultimate benefit which marketers are going to get. One thing you always remember, whenever marketers think about profit, so on the other hand customers always think about cost and benefit analysis, which we have just talked about. That is the meaning of value. And remember one thing, value is always pursued by customers, right? So there are some expectations which are created by the marketers. There is a certain amount of benefit which have been received by the consumers or customers, and now they are pursuing the value. How much benefit they have got out of the price or cost which they have incurred on buying certain commodity, product, or service. So marketing is about assessing, creating, communicating, delivering value to target group at profit. There is a cost benefit analysis which is always done by customers, right? So I hope I'm making sense and you are getting what I'm trying to explain you, right? I'm just pausing for a few seconds and then we'll move ahead. Yeah, any question, any confusion so far?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. No, right. Okay, so now let us try to understand why marketing actually makes sense for marketers. Why it is really important for marketers. Just give me a sec. There is a background voice which is coming. I'm just give me a sec. Yeah, Abdul Majid, do you have any query? You raised your hand. Abdul Majid, are you there? Okay. Right. So now, okay, I'm just asking once again. So are you able to see my screen? Because I have just reopened it.
Yes.
Yes, we can see.
Thank you. So now let us quickly talk about why marketing make much sense, right? So like next for again after this the next 3 days we are going to invest discussing about marketing. So why it actually makes much sense about for the marketers, right? So first and foremost important sense which marketing makes is it can create awareness, right? If you want to create awareness about something, that can be done through marketing, right? And that is the reason, that is the very first purpose that can be solved out of it, right? So suppose you wanted to open a small bakery at your place, right? Now you want to create awareness about it, or you want to make people aware like this is the business which you just started or you're planning to start, and that awareness you can create with the help of marketing. I'm just keeping very simple, I've kept very simple and to the point, right? To identify emerging needs of customers or target group. So we cannot always say like we know what people are looking for, right? Sometimes we know people want this or that, or we are very much aware about the needs of the consumers, right? Right, we know like there are people who want to buy water bottle, and that is the reason we came into a water bottle business, right? But on the other times it is not possible, it is not actually your needs are something which you have to identify, right? And that job, that task can also be fulfilled by marketing. You can identify emerging needs of customers or target group, and then you can create something for them, right? And that is another purpose with that can be solved with the help of marketing. You can establish understanding, right? So you can establish understanding with your potential customers. You can establish understanding with the public, right? I was quoting the example of government, right? There are different programs run by respective governments of different nations, and what is the idea? They want to create understanding with the citizens of that country. They want to establish understanding, right? On the other time, some organizations do marketing to build repo or any form of trust, right? So there are multiple firms who are operating globally who do marketing because they want to build a repo or trust among their target group of audience. To deliver superior customer value can be the another purpose that can be fulfilled with the help of marketing. So my goal is not just to sell bakery products, but I also want to make people's lives, we can say. So suppose if you think you want to start a bakery business, so you're not actually just focusing to sell the bakery products, but you are also trying to sell those products that can actually create happy moments for people, right? You want to sell all those products that can actually make people happy, and that can be done with the help of marketing. And last but not least important purpose that can be solved by marketing is one can earn profit, right? We have started with this only. If you are into any business, if you say, I want to run a business, I want to reach out to certain target group, and I want to sell them something, and that can be fulfilled with the help of marketing. So again, I'll connect with that particular, but that first question which we have talked about is marketing a sales. No, marketing is not a sales, but marketing is something which can support sales, right? We'll discuss this in some more detail, right? So these are some of the six major reasons which are supporting that marketing makes much sense for the marketers as well as consumers. Now let us try to take a look at some of the core marketing concepts and why this forum, though there are more than 10 or 15 concepts, and I'm not at all telling other concepts are not important, but these are four basic concepts which one needs to go through when they're trying to create understanding about marketing, right? So the very first concept talks about needs. So what are needs? Needs are the basic human requirements, right? So all of us need food, water, shelter, clothing. We need education. We want some entertainment, right? All this is the very can be considered as a needs. All of us having the common needs of food, water, clothing, shelter, and that is known as needs. There is another terminology which is known as wants. And what are wants? Wants are desires for specific satisfiers of needs, right? So there is a need of water, but I want to drink a packaged drinking water, right? There is a need of food, but I want to eat pizza, I want to eat burger, or I want to eat a particular form of food which I like. So I have specified what I want, and that is the reason wants are desires for specific satisfiers of needs. There is another term which is known as demands. What are demands? Demands are wants for specific products that are backed by an ability and willingness to buy them. So pay attention here. There are two important conditions which are associated with demand, right? If you say there is a demand of a certain product, when can you say that? When there are certain group of people who have ability to buy, means they can pay for those products, as well as willingness, right? Both the things are really important. If these two things are there, we can say there is a demand of certain product in the market. So there is one example which has been quoted here: demand of Hyundai Verna, or maybe we can say demand of mobile phone, Apple mobile phones, demand of any XYZ brand of television, right? So maybe in different countries there are different set of television brands which are very much popular, so you can consider that. So there are certain group of people who have a ability and willingness to buy those television set, and that is the reason we can say it is demand. Very initially, some of our friends have talked about markets, right? So market consists of people. That is the very basic understanding which is over there. Traditionally, market were the physical places, right? So even nowadays also we see there is a physical grocery shop which is established at your nearby, or maybe at a very busy commercial space. So that is a market. But nowadays market also considers an online market, right? So nowadays it is not necessarily people are physically available and then they are doing the business. There are multiple businesses that can be done online with the help of technology, and that is also that is also known as market. So market consists of people, and these people are doing transactions over a particular product or service using offline or online modes, and that is known as markets. So these are the four core marketing concepts which we need a very clear understanding. And why so? Because now moving ahead, when we'll be talking about some more terminologies or frameworks about marketing, all these four terms will be coming again and again, right? So let me take a small pause here, and I just want to know any query or any question from your end. Okay, are you guys following me? Are you there with me?
Yes, we are following.
Okay, thank you, guys. Right. So moving ahead, let us talk about market orientation towards marketing, right? So what is the meaning of this market orientation, right? So see, each and every branch of knowledge takes its own time to evolve and develop, right? So similar is the case with the marketing. So if I talk about marketing, so marketing is just we can say not more than 100 or 120 years old concept, right? In the last 100 years, marketing has evolved and developed over the period of time. Then what was there before marketing, right? If we say marketing has emerged in the last 100 years or in the last 10 decades, so what was something there before marketing? So let me tell you what are the different orientations towards market of the market which were over there, and which has actually contributed in the development of the concept of marketing. So I hope you are getting me right. So there are five different orientations or concepts which are over there, right? It has started with production concept or mass marketing, right? So what is production concept or mass marketing? So there was a popular practice which was there in the market. What is something which is available, it will automatically get sold, right? So suppose we can take an example of very basic phones we were using sometimes back, or maybe not you, but maybe your previous generations were using those mobile phones, right? And why people were using those mobile phones? Because there was a mass production of those mobile phones. These are the basic mobile phones, not much features were there, no internet was there, only a limited memory which comes into that, and a torch which was a part of it, right? And there was a mass production of it. It was available at a low cost. It was also readily available in the market. and that is known as production concept, something which is readily available in the market, which is having a high quantity, or we can say there is a much supply which is over there, and the people accept that, and that is known as production concept. Then gradually the product concept has emerged. So now the focus has shifted to a product quality. Now I don't want to buy a mobile phone which is just having a, we can say, limited memory, or I can say only limited contacts, or a very very limited number of text messages I can receive in a day. But I want a product which is of a good quality, right? Maybe I want internet connectivity into that. I want a good user interference into that, right? So the focus is shifted to a product quality. Now more and more we can say more and more sellers have started focusing on product, right? They wanted to build a product which is of a good quality, which is of a superior quality, and there was a thought like something which is of a good quality, it will automatically get sold. Then the focus gradually shifted to selling concept. What is this selling concept? It actually depends upon make and sell concept, right? So what is the idea here? You create something in a good quantity, you create something, you make something available in a mass quantity for the people, and you make it available, just push it and people will buy it, right? So if you want to suppose, if you want to sell a pair of shoes, so you don't have to think much about the quality of a shoes, or we can say you don't have to think much about variety of shoes. Simply you have to create one design, you have to produce in a good quantity, and you have to sell it. That is the focus which was over there. Then over the period of time, the gradually the concept has shifted to marketing concept. Now how marketing concept is different from all these three concepts? Here in production concept, the focus is on a mass production. Here in product concept, the focus is on the quality of a product. Here in selling concept, the focus was more on to push the products, push to do the push approach, right? But how marketing concept is different? Here we are focusing on sense and respond, right? We are not just manufacturing, or we are not just marketing something which we can actually create, but we want to market something which customers are looking for, right? So the more and more focus has shifted to needs, and that is the reason we have started with this concept of needs, wants, demands, and markets, right? So marketing concept talks about first you have to identify the needs of people, then you have to conceptualize your product or service, and then you have to deliver it to them, right? And that is the focus of marketing concept. Then later on, one more concept has emerged which is known as societal marketing concept. Here the angle of society or social benefits has been added to marketing concept, right? So you cannot actually just market the products which are actually created by the marketers. It should not harm the society, right? That is the intention of it. You should not market all those products or services which can have a very negative impact on the society, which can actually harm the society. And that is the reason, so there has been a practice of societal marketing concept has been emerged. So over the period of time, these concepts have been emerged, and as I was talking about, like marketing concept has emerged over in the last 10 decades. So these three concepts have actually supported the marketing concept in its development and its emergence. And nowadays we see more and more marketers are focusing on societal marketing concept. It means whatever we are marketing, whatever products or services we want to market, it should have a positive impact over the society. It should not impact society in a negative manner. So that's the idea behind it, right? So this is a brief idea about market orientation towards marketing. I'll quickly talk about holistic marketing approach, and then we'll take a small pause, and then we'll move ahead, right? So what is holistic marketing concept? So after societal marketing, there are some more developments which have happened, and now the focus is not just on societal marketing. Means the focus is not just on marketing something which is actually good for society, but as a marketer, if you want to focus on sustainability, means whatever business in which you are, you want to do that business into future as well, not for next 10 years but for next 100 years. If you want to do that, then you have to focus on holistic marketing. And what is this holistic marketing? Marketing is not just only required to be done at external level, right? What I'm trying to say here, it is not really just sufficient that whatever products or services which I'm intended to sell or market, I'm just doing external marketing, and that is actually making a sense, or that is self-sufficient. But I also need to do internal marketing, right? And why I need internal marketing? To create a trust, to create a confidence among your employees, to see, that is a very very common approach which is required for selling each and every product. Either you talk about a small needle or an airplane, right? If you want to sell anything outside, first you need to create confidence about that product inside. Means your employees should be ready to sell that product, your employees should be capable to market that product, right? So that is the reason internal marketing is required through marketing department, and it is required to senior management. Why senior management? Because senior management is going to get fund for your business, they are going to support you to run your business. And there are some other departments, HR department, finance department, maybe there is an account, separate accounts department, there's a production departments, and so on and so forth. They also need a clear understanding about why we are into this business, right? Are we into this business just to sell bakery products? I'm again coming back to that example. Are you want do you willing to open a bakery business just to sell bakery products, or there is a larger goal in your mind, right? And that is something which is first required to be communicated inside your organization. Now moving ahead, there is another concept which is really important, which is known as integrated marketing, right? So what is the idea of this integrated marketing? See, marketing is something which cannot be done in an isolation, right? You cannot say there is a department which does the marketing, and that is only responsible for doing the marketing, right? Let me give you a very very simple example which where you will find a connect. Suppose you go to buy a any two wheeler, right? So any two wheeler or a bicycle, you can take the example. When you go to buy that particular two wheeler, so usually what happens, so it is not only the case like a single channel or a single medium will be self sufficient to give you the complete orientation about the two wheeler which you are willing to buy, right? So what marketers are trying to do here, they will communicate to you about the different features, about the different benefits of the products, what sort of products and services they can provide you. They will try to tell you. They will also be using different channels, right? So possibly they have their own store in your city or in your town. They have their own digital marketing channels which they are using. They're also using other modes of promotion to create awareness, and there's a certain price which they have quoted for those products, right? So what is the idea here? You need a synergy among all this to market your products or services, right? You need synergy among all this, and integrated marketing is something that can be done. It is not really important that you just focus on one aspect of marketing. In that way you are actually underestimating the concept of marketing, right? Marketing is required to be done in an integrated manner. The third important aspect is of performance marketing, right? So as we have started with, businesses are mean to make profit, but profit is an ultimate outcome. Profit is supported through sales revenue, it is supported through a brand building, it is supported through the ethics which are being followed inside the organization, what kind of business environment which is over there. All these things actually make sense. So it is not just a case that uh, like if you are going to do a marketing, then for sure you are going to make profit. All these aspects you need to think about, and that comes under performance marketing, right? So there are certain authorities above you, right? There are certain people above you who are going to focus on your performance, means your organization's performance, and this is known as performance marketing. And your balance sheet, your brand building, your revenue, your profit should speak positively about your business. Then the next concept talks about relationship marketing. So nowadays we see there are multiple brands, multiple companies who are focusing on building long lasting relationship, right? They don't want just a customer to just come to them once, but they want customers to come to them again and again. And for that purpose, they do the relationship marketing. So what is relationship marketing? You wanted to engage your customers for the longer period of time, right? You wanted to engage them for a longer period of time. And for that purpose, you also need your employees, partners, financial community to support you. So you need a good relations with your suppliers. You need a good relation with your distribution partners. You need a good relation with your customers. You need good relation with your financial community. Means the people who are going to invest into your business, the shareholders or the people or the banks or the maybe the people who are going to lend you the money to do your business, and you need a good relations with them, that right. And that is the reason the fourth important aspect which makes the holistic marketing concept complete is relationship marketing. Now if you see a combined, if you combinedly see all these four forms of marketing, starting from internal marketing, integrated marketing, performance marketing, and relationship marketing, all these four combinedly makes a sense and completes the holistic marketing concept. Now what I'm trying to say here, now let me just go back to that question: is marketing a sales, is marketing an advertising? So it is not just limited to that. Marketing is something which is a very very broader concept, and marketing doesn't just only covers persuading customers, but it also fulfills many different functions, and that is very much possible through all these four important possible means of marketing, right? So I hope you got this concept right. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Salihu, Isha. Okay. Thank you. Any question, any
Yes.
query in this point in time, Vasant and other people as well? Okay. If there is no any query, then I'm considering it is fine to go ahead. Okay, so moving ahead, we are going to talk about some other frameworks and concepts of marketing. So one important concept which is really important to talk about is marketing mix elements, right? Anybody ever have got a chance to know about this marketing mix elements? Yeah, anyone has actually heard about this term marketing mix elements? What are these marketing mix elements? None of you actually heard about this term? Okay, let me tell you what is this concept all about. Okay, so marketing mix elements consist of four important elements, and it starts with product, right? So it's a product, price, place, and promotion, right? This will be the order. It will start with product, then you will price it, then you will think about the place, and then we'll talk about promotion. And this is one of the most important concepts or frameworks you can talk about whenever we say we are talking about in terms of marketing management. So marketing mix elements start with product, right? So what is product? So if you want more and more people should buy your product, more and more people should come to your restaurant, more and more people should pay attention to maybe you started a flower shop and more people buy flowers from you, or maybe you started a kind of we can say laundry service, right? So more and more people should use your laundry service. So please don't get me wrong, when I'm saying product, I'm not just talking about tangible product like a water bottle or a comb or a pen drive or a laptop, but I'm also talking about hospitality, healthcare, tourism, right? That can also be considered as a product. So product is the first thing you start with, right? And why I'm saying so, so suppose you want to get into business now, with in which business you should go? where there is a scope means there are good amount of people who wanted to buy the products or services which you are willing to offer. So product is the very starting point from your marketing will start. You will think about what are the needs of consumers, what is something customers are willing to buy, and I will create that product, right? And this is the very starting point for your marketing, and that is the reason product is the very first element in among marketing mix elements. The second is about price. Why price? Because now you have to think about, if I can open a, suppose a flower business, a flower shop. So at what price I can sell those flowers, right? At what price I should price those flowers, right? And it can be of a different varieties. We know like there are different forms of flowers which come, and for different occasions different flowers can be used. So at what price we should sell those flowers, and we should market our flowers by keeping that price in the mind. So price, see why price is important. Price an important determinant for decision making, right? Whenever we buy something, or whenever we show interest to buy something, price is one important element on the basis of which we decide either we are going to buy it or not going to buy it. So price is the second important marketing mix element which is over there. The third is about price, place. So why place is important here? Place means distribution. We are talking about the convenience of the customer, right? So uh, let us consider the example of flower shop once again, right? So if I say you have to open a flower shop, you wanted to sell flowers, so what can be the convenient place for selling the flowers?
Residential area.
Sorry, can you come again?
Residential.
Okay, any other place? Okay, if I'm not wrong, whenever we talk about place, so see, if you wanted to start a flower business, so this is really important. Your flower shop should be located at a convenient to the customers. It can be a busy shopping area. It can be something which is nearby any religious place. It can be a place which is nearby, maybe where people need flowers, right? So place is an important element which determines your products are being sold at the right place. And place is not just only about deciding a physical location, but it is also about distribution network, right? So what are the possible intermediaries which will be required to sell your products or market your products, right? So possibly in case of flowers, you are going to buy those flowers from flower vendors, means the people who do the plantation of flowers. From those people you are going to buy it, and then you are going to sell it to the end consumer. But suppose here we are going to sell the FMCG products, toothpaste or toothbrush, or maybe a bathing soap. So in that case, the distribution network will be very much longer, right? So there will be the manufacturer, then there will be the distributors at a national level, then at a regional level. There are some wholesalers, then retailers, and then consumers, and maybe any other form of distribution network can be used. So here we are talking about, whenever we talk about place element, we are thinking about how conveniently we can make available our products for the end consumers, right? The fourth element is promotion. Promotion is all about communication, right? How effectively you can communicate about your products to your target group or your end consumers, and that is the idea behind promotion. So what are the all possible means through which you can market your products to your target audience? And that is the idea behind promotion. And promotion can be done through varied means. Very soon we are going to talk about this in detail. So these are the four marketing mix elements, or four P's, which are really important for any product business. And remember one thing, out of this all four elements, only one is a profit center, means only one element is going to get revenue in your business. Others are the cost for you. Can you identify one element which is going to bring revenue in your business? out of all these four elements, which is the one element which is going to bring revenue to your business?
Price.
Price. Very nice. Why price? Because see, if you want to create a product, if you want to market a product, you need to incur some cost. If you want to open up a shop, or if you want a strong distribution network, you need to incur cost. If you want to do promotion through varied means, you need to invest some money, right? So in all possible means, all these three elements are the cost center for you. You need to incur some cost, but price is something which is going to bring money into your business, and that is the reason it is known as a profit center. Now let us talk about the three extended marketing mix elements, which are also really important for any marketer, right? So we have talked about four P's. Now there are other three P's which are equally important, and they are more important for any service business, right? Why I am saying so, I'll tell you. Let us first take a look what are these four extended marketing mix, three extended marketing mix elements. It is people, processes, and physical evidence, right? And why it is important? Because if you talk about any service business, so in any service business there is actually no physical product which is available, right? So you talk about any restaurant, or maybe more about any airline business or any doctor's consultancy, right? So if you go to visit any doctor, so there is no product at all, right? There are only people who are going to help you. There is a doctor who is also a person, and who is going to provide you a service, which who is going to provide you consultancy. And that is the reason it makes more sense in a service business. But mind you, I'm not at all telling that these three elements are not important for any product business, because nowadays either you are selling a water purifier or air conditioner or mobile phone, or maybe you are selling maybe any television set, or any automobile product. You need after sale services, or you need support services, and for that purpose you need to focus on these three extended marketing mix elements. The second is about processes. Processes means how efficiently the services have been delivered to the customers. So suppose you are waiting at a restaurant, you ordered a food, and now how long you are going to wait, how much time the restaurant is going to take to prepare the food, all these things comes under processes. The third important extended marketing mix element here is physical evidence. So what is physical evidence? In services, it is really tough for a customer or a consumer to evaluate the quality of services, and that is the reason they need some tangible clues to evaluate the quality of services, right? Let me give you one such example here, right? So suppose you visited a doctor to consult for something, right? So maybe it's a general physician whom you visited, and you want to consult him. So what is the physical evidence that is possible in case of any healthcare or medical industry? So maybe the experience of the doctor, the kind of ambience which is over there, the previous record of the doctor, or maybe doctor is going to provide you a small slip on which his or her name is written, his or her degree is written, how much qualified he or she is, and how much years of experience he or she is pursuing into that profession. So that is a physical evidence of that service which is giving you confidence, right? And on the basis of that, you can actually evaluate the quality of consultation which you got from that doctor. Similar is the case with any hotel industry, right? So you have planned to stay at a particular hotel, you stayed there for 24 hours. So the kind of ambience, the kind of food, the kind of treatment which has been given to you, and at the end they have provided you a complimentary gift at the time of checkout, that is also serves as a physical evidence. So what is the idea here? All these three extended marketing mix elements supports the four P's. Means all four P's: product, price, place, and promotion, which we have talked about. These are being supported by people, process, and physical evidence to make the marketing more effective. I hope you have got it right. Any question in this point in time?
No, sir, all good. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. So now let us talk about promotional mix elements, and please don't get confused with this. These are the marketing mix elements. These are the broader terms which we have talked about. Now we are going to talk about this promotion element, right? So as I was mentioning, I will be discussing in more detail what are the different modes of promotion which are applicable to the which are available for the marketers, right? So there are five major traditional promotional mix elements or marketing communication mix elements which are over there, right? It starts with advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, direct marketing, and public relations. Now let me spend some time on discussing this, like how these five are very much different from each other. So I think all of you are very much familiar with this term advertising. Let us spend some time on this term only, right? So what is your understanding about term advertising? All of us, I'm very much sure you must have paid attention to some of the advertisements which comes on television or on a billboard, means on a hoarding which you've seen some advertisement, in a newspaper you've seen some advertisement. What is advertisement for you? Yeah, I just want your understanding about this term advertising. Yes, one.
It's like calling attention.
Okay.
Calling attention of customers to your
Okay.
product.
Okay. Right. Usman, I hope you won't mind. Can you just write the same thing in the chat box, because your voice is very low. I'm not able to hear you properly. Yeah. Any other understanding about the term advertising? This is the
Yes,
very
sir.
common. Yeah, Isha, please go ahead.
Advertising is a process of informing others, passing out information, informing others of your product or what you want to sell.
Okay. So very nice meaning which you got out of this term advertising, which is about informing others, right? Or informing maybe your target consumers about the products or services which you offer. So one ultimate purpose of advertising is to inform others. So any one more response I want, and then we'll tell you what is this term all about.
Can I try, sir?
Yeah, please, Vasant, go ahead.
Yeah, advertising is when you are taking measures to make your products or services known. It's like putting it into public view. This is advertising. Thank you.
Right. Okay. So in one or other way, you are sharing your views or you are communicating with your target audience. So that can be termed as advertising, right? Grace, you are trying to say something?
Yes, I think from what I know, advertising could be a professional way of involving the audience tactfully and professionally in promoting a particular product or service that you want to eventually sell, I think.
Okay. Right. So fair enough. So I think your meaning is also very much clear. Like it's a professional way of informing people, and that is also one important aspect of advertising. Usman has just mentioned like it's the process of calling attention of people to your products or services. Very nice. So I think this is also one right meaning which you can associate with the term advertising. Now let me try to discuss something more about this term advertising. Advertising is a marketing tactic. Just hold on. I'm not able to pronounce your name correctly. Just hold on. Chipulu Mutsu Masumba. Okay. Advertising is a marketing tactic involving paying for space to promote a product, service, or cause. Very nice. So one important aspect which you add on here is you are paying for space. Very interesting, because that is one important feature which distinguishes advertising from all other forms of promotion, right? So I'm glad to know this meaning, right? So if I talk about advertising, so very basic meaning which you can get out of this term is it is a paid and non-personal form of promotion, right? Whenever we talk about advertising, first and foremost condition is there is a known sponsor behind it, right? So if I want to take the example of some FMCG products, so I think all of you must be aware about the Nestle as a brand, FMCG brand, or Unilever as a FMCG brand, or P&G as a brand. So all of them actually does the marketing of their products. Or if I talk about any electronic brand, so Sony is a global electronic brand, or Samsung is a known electronic brand. So all of them actually does the marketing, or more precisely advertising, and they pay some money to get some certain space or time, to buy certain space or time. So maybe they are doing advertising through television or billboards, or maybe through hoardings which they put on busy in busy areas, right? So in some form they pay some money. The second important feature is it is non-personal form of promotion. Whenever advertising is happening, you are trying to reach out to mass people. You are trying to reach out to mass audience. You are not trying to reach out to an individual on a personal basis. And that is the reason it is a non-personal form of promotion, as well as it conveys a message to large set of audience in one go, right? So if you give your advertisement in a newspaper, a large group of audience is going to get access through it. If you are conveying your message through a billboard or a hoarding, a large set of audience is going to get a message through it, right? And that is the reason it is a non-personal form of promotion. And these are the two important features which distinguishes advertising from all other forms of promotion we were talking about. I'm again going back to those forms of promotion. Just hold on. Right. So we're talking about advertising. Now, if you compare advertising with personal selling, so one important feature of personal selling, which is different from advertising, is, as the word suggests, it is a personal selling. Personal selling means it's a personal form of promotion. There is a need of one individual who can communicate, who can talk about the features or characteristics of a product which you are selling. So we see there is a very common setting of sales representatives on this mobile stores. Whenever you go for buying a mobile phone or a watch, or if you are going to buy for any fashion accessories, so you see there are some people, some sales representatives which are over there, and they are actually trying to promote the products or services which they are selling. There are two unique features which are associated with the personal selling. First, there is some form of personal communication which is going to happen here, right? So we see uh, a sales representative is trying to persuade a single consumer, or maybe a group of consumers who are available at that place. The second important feature of this particular mode of promotion is that person is having an expertise or a tremendous amount of knowledge about that product or service. That is for sure. So again, I'm going back to the example of buying a two-wheeler. So if you go to a particular showroom to buy a two-wheeler, the person who is actually helping you to buy a two-wheeler, a sales representative which is over there, that person is having a knowledge about the quality, features, specifications about that product, and that is one mandatory condition which is over there. So these are the two features which differentiate personal selling from all other forms of promotion which are over there. The next term is sales promotion. Now, how sales promotion is different from all other forms of promotion which are mentioned here? As you can see a word sell which has been written over here. This symbol is there, right? What is the idea here? By using any means through which you are trying to support your sales, or you're trying to, they can say you're trying to increase your sales, right? It can be a discount, right? So buy one get one free, 20% off, buy today and you will get delivery tomorrow. All these forms of promotion are known as sales promotion, where you're trying to push sales through some additional efforts. Another form of promotion is direct marketing. So as you can see this symbol over here, so direct marketing here makes two different sense. One, a traditional form of direct marketing where pamphlets or a communication letter is being delivered to customers home or office address, that is also direct marketing. Or you receive a call from a telemarketer. This is a very common practice. We all get annoyed from these telemarketers. We get a call for getting a loan, credit card, or maybe uh, XYZ, any product they want to pursue. So they directly reach out to consumers. That is direct marketing. Another sense of this is can be a digital marketing, about which we are going to talk in the block 4. I'll throw some light on digital marketing as well in the block 4 on the day 4th, right? So this is direct marketing, which is very much direct. There are no intermediaries. That is the one feature which is over there. Second important thing is there is some form of direct connection which is happening between the marketer and the consumer. The last but not least important form of promotion is public relations. We also call it publicity, right? Any understanding about this term? This is also a very common term. You must have heard many a times. Public relations. What is public relations? Yeah. What is your understanding about this term? Public relations. You can speak up or you can write in the chat box. I'm waiting for you. I hope all of you are there with me. Yeah, Vasant, please go ahead.
Yes, I was trying to formulate my answer. Public relations is, I mean, a sort of connection that you have
Mm-hmm.
how the public, as it says
Okay.
in the term.
Okay.
Okay, your conversations, your interactions that you have,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of interactions you have, if
Mm-hmm.
you're, if you can like,
Mm-hmm.
for example, like connect with them, make them your own,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's it. Thanks.
Okay. I got your meaning. So in one or other form, you are trying to establish connections with people, and it's not necessarily a paid form, right? So you have satisfied one of your customers, and now that particular customer is talking about your products and services to their friends, family members, relatives, maybe their colleagues, or maybe their fellows, right? And that is the way you wanted to persuade them to buy, in a sense. You don't have to necessarily reach out to 100 of people. You have to satisfy 10 customers, and those 10 customers will help you to get repeat business from other customers, or they will help you to acquire new customers. And that is the understanding about public relations. There is one response in the chat box: the professional maintenance of a favorable public image by company. Nice. So if I talk about professional maintenance, so definitely it is more related to PR, right? Which is usually being done through a very planned manner. But public relations need not necessarily be in a very professional way, right? What I'm trying to say here, you just satisfy 10 people with your products and services, and these 10 people are going to talk about your product, and you are not paying anything to them, right? You're not paying a single penny to them to talk about your product, but they are happy with you, they are satisfied with you, and that is the reason you are talking about this. And nowadays it is very much we see on when we are using all these social media platforms. So if we are happy with something, we talk to our friends, we like to tell of the whole world, this is something which I bought and I'm happy with this, or I'm satisfied. And definitely this is the way like the companies can actually leverage the network of the people or the customers which they are already having. So what is the understanding which I'm trying to create here about public relations? When you talk about public relations, so one important feature of this is it is something which need not necessarily be a paid form. Here your customers are actually doing a doing are playing your role. They are helping you to get the further business using their network. So these are the 5 major promotional mix elements which are over there, which are available for the marketers. And if you ask me which one is more important, or is it the case like a company who is capable of spending lots of money on advertising, so is it a sure case like they will be much successful, then I will definitely say no. Why I'm saying so? Because it is not necessarily a condition you can pay more and you can advertise so you will get a success. You will definitely need to pay attention to all other aspects of business, right? And most of the firms balance all these promotional mix elements. They definitely do some form of advertising, means some form of paid promotion. They also focus on personal selling at some occasion. Sales promotion they also focus upon, and direct marketing and public relations also works. And public relation, believe me, uh, public relation is something which is very much effective in a sense. If a positive word of mouth has been spreaded about your products or services, then you will be popular in a very limited time. And on the contrary, if negative word of mouth has been spreaded about your products or services, definitely there will be more negative vibes which will be created all across with the public relations. So public relation can be positive or negative way. So it is really important, or it is a cautionary for marketers to pay attention to this form of promotion, and they should be very careful about what message they are passing to their audience. So all these 5 elements can be combinedly used, and it is really important. Actually, depends upon the nature of your business, the kind of products or services which you are selling, that what form of promotional mix you should use. So that's the idea about promotional mix elements. Now I'm coming back to that particular question which I asked in the very beginning: is marketing a sales, or is marketing and advertising? So the answer is actually hidden in this figure, right? So what is the idea here? I hope all of you have a basic understanding about Venn diagram. So what is this Venn diagram communicating here? As you can see, marketing is having a big circle which is over there, right? So what message it is giving here? Marketing is a broad term. It is a broad concept which covers sales and advertising, right? So I'm giving the answer to very first question of mine. Is marketing a sales? No, marketing is not a sales. If you are thinking marketing just from a sales perspective, then you are myopic about it. Myopic means you are seeing a very broader concept just for a single goal. Sales can be one of the important outcomes or ultimate goals that can be achieved through marketing, but marketing itself is a very larger or a broader concept, and sales is a small part of it. Now I'll come to second question: is marketing and advertising? No, marketing is not an advertising. Advertising is one particular form of promotion which we have talked about, which is a paid and non-personal form of promotion. Advertising is one of the ways through which you can market your products or services. Again, advertising is a narrower concept than marketing, and it can be used as a subset of marketing. Just pay attention to my words. Sales and advertising can be used as a subset of marketing, right? Marketing is a broader concept, and sales and advertising are the narrower concept which is a part of marketing. Are you getting me?
Please repeat that. I'm being myopic.
Yeah, marketing myopia. Okay. This is a very popular term which has been coined by Theodore Levitt. Right. So, what was the idea of Theodore Levitt? So, actually, he was in the opinion, if as a marketer, if you use marketing just to boost sales, right? So suppose I want to start my own clothing business or maybe a fashion business, and I see like I'll do the marketing and I will be generating 500 or 1050 units of sell every day. So that is just a myopic view I'm keeping on marketing. The idea is marketing just can't be used for sales. Sales definitely you will get if you are good in your marketing strategy. If your marketing plan is really good to attract good amount of audience, definitely you will be generating sales. Similar is the case with advertising. Advertising you can use as a tool to boost your sales, right? Advertising is a tool that can be used to support your sales, and that is the reason you can see there is a overlapping of sales and advertising at one place. But marketing is a broader concept. As a marketer, you should not see marketing just as a sales or advertising. Marketing is something that is capable of doing both the things. Marketing is a broader concept than sales and advertising, and that is the concept of marketing. Myopia means you're not able to see the larger picture. You're not able to vision something which is far away. You're just able to see something which is very nearby. So your focus is just only on sales and not on a broader benefits that can be achieved through marketing. So that's the idea of marketing myopia, and that is the reason this diagram I have used to convey message. Sales and advertising are subsets of marketing. I hope you have got it now.
Yes, I have. Thank you.
Right. Okay, so the next thing, like there are 2 or 3 more things which we are going to talk today, and then I will reveal my surprise which I have kept for you, right? So, market environment analysis is really important. Why so? Because whenever you plan to start your business, whenever you plan to market something, so there are certain factors which impacts your business, right? So I'll briefly talk about all these factors. So there can be two different set of factors, right? So you can see your organization is in this center. You can consider any business. It can be a food business, it can be a clothing business, it can be airline business, it can be any healthcare business in which you are, right? So, or it can be any education organization which is over there. You can consider it. So, as per the nature of business, so there are two broad set of factors which are going to impact your business. One is the immediate environment, which is known as micro environment, right? Why this is an immediate environment? Because this consists of customers, resellers, competitors, public, and suppliers, and this actually forms the micro environment. And the micro environment factors are partially controllable, right? Mark my words, I'm repeating again. Micro environment factors are partially controllable, right? Why I am saying so? Because up to certain extent you can control your suppliers. Means if you're not finding your suppliers good, so you can change your suppliers or you can negotiate with them to have a better deal from them. You can up to certain extent uh, control your customers in a sense. uh, you can provide better deals to them. You can offer them something which they are looking for. You can give them different price discounts, and accordingly you can deal with them. Negotiation is possible. Resellers may be the distributors, wholesalers, or retailers of yours, and you can up to certain extent try to impose control over them. Public, you can have a certain control by communicating them a right message. And mind you, I'm not at all saying you can completely control the public. In some cases it may happen they don't want you to, they don't allow you to run your own business, and that may happen if public is not in your favor. So what is my idea here? If you pass a right message to your audience, means your the public, or maybe the people who are directly going to get benefits of from your business, then they can be partially controlled. Now, if I talk about my macro environment, which is the outer layer, which is over there, right? We also call it pastel factors. I'll show one video on this. So these are known as political, economic, social factors, technological factors, environmental factors, and legal factors. And these macro environment factors are not actually controlled by a single firm, right? So suppose you are into IT business, you started your own firm, but as a IT business owner, you cannot control the complete industry. You cannot control these factors, right? And these factors are going to impose control over your own business. So let me try to give 1 or 2 examples here. So how political factors impact? What is a kind of a political situation in your country? What is the kind of leadership which is in your country? How politics is playing important role in the growth of your country? All these factors actually going to impact your business. How is the economic conditions for your business? How that particular industry is going? all this also going to impact your business. Social factors. What is the kind of sentiment which people are showing about your business? Are people actually happy with your business, or they don't want you to run your business? So social factors means people, social, their culture, their traditions, their thinking, it is going to impact you. How fast technology is changing and affecting your business. So in some businesses, the technology is having a least impact, but nowadays in most of the businesses, technology is playing a major role. Environmental factors, in one or other way, how immediate environment means natural environment is important for your business. How your business impact environment and how environmental factors impact your business, that's the impact which is over there. Legal factors means rules, laws, legislations for doing a particular kind of business, right? And these are termed as macro environment factors. So if you want to run your business, if you want to do your business, before devising your marketing strategy, it is really important for you to pay attention to all this micro and macro environment factors. I'm again repeating, micro environment factors are partially controllable. Macro environment factors you cannot impose control, because this is not something which can be controlled by a one organization or firm. So that is known as market environment analysis. I'm trying to play a video. If you don't get a sound, then please let me know. Pay attention to this video. This will tell you how the pastel actually impacts the marketing decisions or your business. Are you getting sound?
Yes.
Okay, I'm playing it again.
Pestle analysis is a management framework and diagnostic tool. The outcome of the analysis will help you to understand factors external to your organization, which can impact upon strategy and influence business decisions. PESTLE is an acronym for P, political, E, economic, S, social, T, technology, L, legal, and E, environmental. Let's look at each of these factors more closely. Political. When looking at political factors, you will need to take into account your country's government policies and political stability. Other factors will include tax implications, industry regulations, and global trade agreements and restrictions. Economic. These factors will include exchange rates, economic growth or decline, globalization, inflation, interest rates, and the cost of living, labor costs, and consumer spending. When looking at social factors, look at trends such as lifestyle choices, cultural norms, and expectations such as career attitudes and work-life balance. It also concerns itself with consumer tastes and buying habits, as well as population demographics. Technology has grown exponentially. How is your business responding to technological innovation in your products and services? Other technological advancements will impact on data storage, security levels, disruptive technologies such as smartphones, social networking, automation, robotics, and the increasing shift towards AI, artificial intelligence. Shifts in the legal landscape are constantly changing, especially here in the UK. Employment labour law and employment tribunal decisions impact upon working practices continuously. It's also important to keep up to date with all changes in legislation and, of course, health and safety regulations. Environmental. Does your business have a direct impact on the environment? Political sanctions now govern carbon emissions and a move towards sustainable resources, such as wind turbines and recycling. This area also covers CSR, corporate social responsibility, and ethical sourcing of goods and services, which in turn has a direct impact on procurement and your business supply chain management. Once you are clear on the main overarching factors included in a PESO analysis, the next challenge is to relate this in real terms to assess the risks specifically within the industry sector you work in.
Right. So I hope this video has given you a clear idea about the pest analysis, how this pest analysis actually makes sense for your marketing decisions. This concept is also termed as a steeple. Steeple means this like this letters have been reorganized, and that concept has been termed as a steeple. So you may find on some sources as this concept is steeple analysis. Pest analysis or steeple analysis, both the terms are being used. Now, let us talk about market research and why market research and what is market research. Let us try to understand this. So, market research is defined as the process of evaluating the feasibility of a new product or service through research conducted directly with potential consumers. This method also allows organizations or businesses to discover their target market, collect and document opinions, and make informed decisions. It can be conducted directly by organizations or companies, or can be outsourced to agencies which have expertise in this process. So, what is basic understanding which we can create about the term market research? See, any form of business in which you wanted to foray or you wanted to enter, it is really important to first get an idea about uh, how what is the nature of that business, how many potential customers or consumers are there, and how many of those consumers do you think you are really going to accept your product or service which you are going to launch. And that purpose can be solved through market research or marketing research. Both the terms are being used interchangeably, market research or marketing research. The idea here is you wanted to create an understanding about your potential consumers and how they are going to respond to whatever products or services which you will actually offer to them. There are different possible ways through which it can be done. You can deploy a survey, or you can interact with a group of people, and you can also conduct interviews and FGDs. There are different possible ways through which you can conduct the market research. One of the most important purpose of market research is to understand or examine the market associated with a particular product or service, to decide how the audience will react to a product or service. So that is something which is really important to do in a sense. Nowadays we see there are different countries who are actually working on introducing the electric vehicles. Now, it is really important to understand how consumers will accept this, what is the kind of ecosystem which is required for that. And for that purpose, more and more organizations who are actually entering or entered into e-vehicle business, they are doing a market research. So market research makes much sense. Now, there are five major stages which can be performed in terms of doing a market research. Means what process need to be followed. So first you have to identify the problem. Means what is something which market want, what is a gap which is available in the market, right? So let us take the example of electric vehicle only. So there was a gap exist in the market. What that problem, what which has been identified by the EV companies or electric vehicle companies. So first, the fossil fuels are deploying very quickly. Means we have our dependency on these fossil fuels, petrol, diesel, gasoline, or different forms of fossil fuels on which we are dependent upon, and they are deploying very quickly. So future definitely, like in future definitely there will be a shortage of this, and equal it is creating impact, negative impact over the environment, right? So that is the problem which is over there, that which they have found. And now they've developed a research plan developed, and what they wanted to achieve, they wanted to get the information, detailed information about that problem. They wanted to understand how many consumers are there, how many people are going to accept their electric vehicles if they are going to launch their vehicle. Then they conduct a survey, and survey can be conducted through collecting a primary data, or maybe there is already a research available through secondary sources. So as per their budget, as per their requirement, they are going to use different types of methods for conducting that research. Now they have collected the data. In different countries, there are certain set of audience which are available. They want this kind of electric vehicle, and they also want different forms of facilities to charge the batteries, to replace the batteries, to do the maintenance of the those vehicles. All these things they've collected through, and they got a picture through analysis and report, which is the fourth important aspect or fourth important stage in this process. So you can analyze and report the findings so that a clear information can be drawn from that particular research, and then you take action. Now you decided to launch your electric vehicle in that particular market about which you conducted a market research. So similar stages can be followed for any marketing campaign which you are launching for your business. And I told you it can be applicable to any of the business. It can be a product business or it can be a service business. So that is the basic understanding about the term market research process or marketing research process. Now, the next important concept which I wanted to discuss with you is STP approach. And the full form of this is segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Let us first start with the segmentation itself. So, what is the meaning of the term segmentation? See, for any marketer, it is not really easy to actually reach out to complete market, right? Means suppose you want to market mobile phones, a certain brand of mobile phones you want to market. So it is not really easy for you to reach out to the whole population which is available in that particular region. So what you're trying to do, you are dividing the whole market into distinct groups so that you can create a better understanding about their taste and preferences. So you are actually keeping a certain audience group in a mind. Now you are dividing that market into different segments so that you can understand how one segment is different from others and what are the things which are very much common among those segments. So this is known as segmentation. The second important stage is about targeting. So targeting means now you decide which group you should focus, right? Now you have created five different groups, but you got an understanding out of these five groups, only three are actually targetable. Means other two has no business potential. If you are going to spend your resources and money into that, it will be wastage for you. So you target only those three groups, right? And then the third important stage is positioning. Now you position your products as per the requirements which you got out of those targeted markets. Now out of those five groups, the three groups which you are planning to target, now you will position your products as per the requirements of the audience which are based into these three groups. And what is positioning? You are creating a mental image about your products or services in the minds of consumers. So suppose there are two already existing cola brands which are doing really great, Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Now you wanted to come up with a third brand which is very much different from other two brands. And this is your unique positioning which you are trying to create in the minds of consumers. And this is known as STP approach. You always starts with segmentation. You divide the whole market into distinct groups, then you target those groups that can actually having a potential to give you a good business. Those can respond to your marketing efforts, and then you position your products as per the requirements of those targeted markets. So that's the STP approach which is over there. We will quickly talk about market segmentation basis here, and then we'll hold our talk and discuss the one or two topics tomorrow, right? So when you start with market segmentation, so definitely you can segment the whole market among four different categories. First is based on their demographics, which consist of their age, gender, income, marital status, ethnic background. You can also talk about their psychographics, which is their activities, their attitudes, their personality and values. You can also divide the whole market into different geographics. So there is an international market, then there is a national market, there is a regional market, there is a local market, and you can also do a segmentation based on behavioral characteristics. So what are the benefits which people are looking for from us product? What are the patterns in which they actually use the product? What is the usage rate which is available with that particular product? So what is the idea here? You can segment your whole market on the basis of these four broader categories, and these are the characteristics which will be applicable to all these four categories. So that is the way you can do the segmentation of your market, and it can be it can be a segmentation for any business in which you are into. The remaining aspects which are related to targeting and positioning, I'll discuss tomorrow, because as I can see, we are running out of time. So let me stop here for some time, and let me like the session is open for a question and discussion. Okay, any question or anything you would like to ask me? Okay, I hope all of you are here.
Yes, we are. It's just that we've discussed new viewpoints that have, from the ordinary kind of marketing we knew. I think I had old terminology, so I've learned new ones today, and I'm just trying to grasp that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And I would definitely recommend all of you, thanks Chris for adding that. I would definitely recommend you to go through the study material which has been provided to you, right? Either you can go it before. It would be really nice if you go through these modules before, blocks before attending this session. So if you'll be having any query, any question in your mind, you can ask me, and that way it will make sense, right? Okay, so I'm giving you one activity which you can do post class, right? So what is the idea? You have to think about this, and it is based upon the things which we discussed today. So you have to come prepared tomorrow. We'll take hardly 5 to 10 minutes tomorrow to discuss that activity first, and then we will start our further discussion, right? So let me just show what is something which I'm. Okay. So you just do one thing. You just take the screenshot or a picture of this activity. I'm giving you a small caselet for practice. You just take the screenshot of this, and you can prepare a solution for this. And one important thing I want to talk about. So this caselet is being designed in context of India, but you can take your respective countries for this, right? So like I was discussing now, the electric vehicles are the future for the world. So you can take the context of your own country, and how do you see the potential of electric vehicles in your country if these two companies are going to join hands and planning to install charging stations? Now these three things you have to do. You have to do the market environmental analysis using pest analysis and the framework which I have discussed. You have to design a STP strategy for charging business of Hyundai and Tata Power. And in last, you have to identify the key factors that can influence the consumer behavior. You can actually leave this third one, because this is something which you are going to discuss tomorrow. But other two you can actually work upon. First 2 points. You can do the market environment analysis, as well as you can design the STP. I hope you have taken the screenshot of this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir, we have.
Thank you. So let me quickly reveal this the surprise for all of you, and I hope it will be a surprise, not a shock for you. I have prepared a small quiz for all of you. So it will be very easy and based on the discussion which we had today only. Just give me a few seconds. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so pay attention to the questions carefully. These are very simple and straight questions based upon the discussions which we had today. And I'll also help you to go through these questions if you find any difficulty. So I'm opening the very first question for today. So just pay attention. You have to fill these blocks, missing blocks, right? So marketing is about assessing, creating, delivering to target group at. So there are two answers which I need in this question. First, what is something which will come here? The first blank, and what is something which will come in the second blank. Just think about it. Whatever you could remember out of our discussion. And you can also make a guess. There is no negative marking for this. This is not examination. It is just for our practice purpose. So marketing is about assessing, creating. What is the third thing which should come here?
Promoting.
Communicating, sir.
Communicating. Very nice.
Delivery to target group.
At what is one
It's
more thing?
value.
Just a sec. So communicating and profit. Profit is the right answer here. So marketing is about assessing, creating, communicating, delivering value to target group at profit. Values, like the word is missing here. Value to target group at profit. So these are the two correct answers here. Let me move to this next question. This is something which we also discussed very recently. Okay, what can be the answer here? Only single answer will come.
Needs.
Needs, very nice. Wants are the desires for specific satisfiers of needs. That is the another concept which we have discussed today only. Now, I'm giving you some examples here. You have to differentiate between what you can term as a need and what you can term as a wants, right? So I'm giving you some examples. Food. Food is a need or want?
Need.
It's a need.
It's a need. Okay, very nice. Tata Tea. I'm just taking one brand. Tata Tea.
Want. Tata Tea is a want.
Okay. Why it is a want?
You can do without it.
Or even choose not to have tea. It's not necessary.
It can be any other tea, whatever brand which is very much popular in your country. So if I'm specifying, I want that particular brand of tea. Right. So in that way, it becomes a want. Why it becomes a want? Because I have specified something, right? I don't want to drink any other tea. I just want to drink that particular brand of tea. So it is a want. Amazon Prime, it's a need or want?
Want.
So want.
It's a want. Why? Because I don't want to see any other OTT. I want to see Amazon Prime only. Movie.
Also
Want.
No, how it become a want?
You can watch a play instead of a movie.
See, movie is something one can watch any form of movie, then it's a need, right? So suppose I want any form of entertainment, and movie is one of those satisfiers. So that is a need, right? But if I specify that is a particular movie which I want to watch, then it will become a want. Last but not least, Starbucks coffee.
Want.
It's a want. Why? Because I'm specifying I don't want any other coffee, but I want Starbucks coffee. If I would be saying I want to drink coffee, then it's a need. But if I say if I say I want Starbucks coffee, then specifically it is a want. So what is a need? Need are the basic requirements, but wants are the specific satisfiers. Now, the fourth question talks about the holistic marketing concept consists of, there are four concepts. I'm just giving you a clue. There are four different concepts which we talked about. You can just one by one recall those concepts.
Promotion.
Internal.
No, promotion is not the right choice. I'm just let me just correct you. Yeah, internal. Yeah, internal marketing. Okay, let me just add on one more word. Then next, internal marketing is the correct option here. Then other three.
Relationship marketing.
Relationship marketing, very nice. Other two. Performance marketing, nice. What is the last one?
Integrated marketing.
Integrated marketing, very nice. So I'm glad like all of you actually got it right. So these are the 4 basic concepts which actually makes holistic marketing complete: internal marketing, integrated marketing, relationship marketing, and performance marketing. Uh, Question 5 talks about the extended marketing mix elements, and please pay attention. I'm talking about extended marketing mix elements. So which are those elements?
Processes,
Processes,
Processes
physical
is a correct choice.
evidence,
Sorry, physical evidence and people.
People.
Okay, so what is the correct order?
Process, people, and physical evidence.
No, actually, you have to reorganize it. It will start from people, processes, and
Process,
physical evidence. And why?
people, process, and physical evidence.
Yes, yes, very nice. So why is it so? Because people are at the core. People are at the center. You cannot imagine any service business without people. So a hairdresser business cannot be imagined without people. A doctor or any healthcare business cannot be imagined without people. So it will start with people, processes, and physical evidence. And please remember, product, price, place, and promotions won't come here. It's not extended marketing mix elements. Those 4 are the marketing mix elements. So there are total 7 marketing mix elements: product, price, place, promotion, and 3 extended ones are people, processes, and physical evidence. Now the 6th one is it's a non-personal and paid form of promotion. Identify advertising. Anybody else think any other form of promotion can be applied here? We have talked about 5 major forms of promotion. And if all of you agree with advertising, then okay. How many of you think personal selling?
Advertising, sales promotion.
Okay. So sales promotion is not a non-personal form of promotion. That is one condition which is not satisfied with sales promotion. It can be paid form, but it's not non-personal. If you are doing a sales promotion, then in one or other way, you may include some forms where it is a personal form, where you are actually telling directly to customer. Okay, so one thing is for sure, advertising is a only correct choice here, right?
What's Mimi?
Now you have to choose either this is a statement, this statement is true or false, right? Marketing is a subset of sales. True or false?
It's a false. It's a false information.
It's a false information. So what can be the correct statement here?
Sales is a subset of marketing.
Very nice. So sales is a subset of marketing, not a marketing subset of sales, right? Because marketing is a broader concept than sales. Okay, this is something which we have discussed very recently.
marketing research.
Market research. Very nice. Market research or marketing research. Now, this is something which we also discussed in very last.
Segmentation.
Segmentation.
Do you really think it is segmentation?
What's the
So
meaning?
okay, let me give you the meaning of segmentation once again. Segmentation means you are dividing the whole market into small groups. You are creating a distinct groups to target them. What is targeting? Target market. Very nice. So target market determines which customer group to focus your marketing efforts, and then you go for positioning. Segmentation you do for dividing the whole market into small groups. Then you target those customer groups to focus your marketing efforts, and you then do the positioning. This is the last question for today's quiz. Okay, in which context we discussed micro and macro?
Pastel.
MEA.
Okay, who has spoken very first? That was the correct answer. Can you come again?
MEA, yeah, Vasant.
No, marketing environment analysis is something which we have talked about. Now,
Yeah.
what is the name of that tool? I will show you
Pastel.
pastel analysis. Very nice. It's a pastel analysis. Sometimes you will also find steeple. Steeple is also the another acronym which can be used for this, right? So this was the only surprise for today, and I hope you would have liked it. So the idea here is to every day when we'll be discussing all these concepts in detail, so you should be able to recollect and recall these concepts, and that is the reason I have conducted this small quiz. So we run out of time, so there are one or two more topics which are left out from today's discussion, and remaining ones we are going to discuss tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to start block 2 as well, so please come prepared. And I'm again reminding you, I've given you a small caselet. You can do practice in your own context, so whatever context of your country which is over there, you can take it and come with your answers. So it has been nice interacting with you, and if
Same here, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Professor.
so much, and thanks for
Thank
joining this
you, sir.
session. Tomorrow at the same time we are going to meet, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for joining.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, I'm ending the meeting. Bye. Yeah, Farida, the quizzes actually can help you in a sense. We can quickly recollect the things which were discussed.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
See you all tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, see you.
Bye.